move to the United States because I found something very interesting today. Despite losing the election, and some would say the unlosable election to Donald Trump, it seems that Hillary Clinton still has an open mind as to whether she would run again. Now, there's 17 Democrats are still in the race to secure the nominations. I have to say, beyond Biden, they're very much Democrats of the hard left or verging left. It will be interesting to see whether or not anyone thinks that they are a viable chance up against Donald Trump. But she had this to say. Let me play a grab here from Hillary Clinton, and we'll discuss it in a minute.
Well, you know, I never say never to anything.
You've only got a few days left.
I know it's way past time, but you know, I think all the time about what kind of president I would have been and what I would have done differently and what I think it would have meant to our country and the world. So of course I think about it. I think about it all the time.
Never say never.
This is the biggest problem the Democrats have right now. They don't actually have a candidate. And Hillary Clinton, she's sitting there on the precipice and she's waiting. I mean, who is she really up against if she was to decide to do it? Joe Biden, who is simply going around with an Obama name tag, running on his, you know, as a vice president. That's all he's really done. I mean, their best bet right now is Mike Bloomberg, of all the people. And you're going to have these two New York billionaires. It would be hilarious. I would love her to run. She would lose. It would guarantee Donald Trump's re-election. And I think a lot of Democrats who, they're actually considering this a reality because they're pushed so far to the left by Ilhan Omar, who's on there tweeting anti-Semitic stuff every single day. And then you've got Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Elizabeth Warren, who are talking about getting 2% of everybody's wealth compounding every year. A complete socialist revolution. So Hillary Clinton, by proxy, seems like a moderate now.
Yeah, I was going to say, she seems very moderate when you look at it like that. Renee, you know, you've got to wonder, where is the new age of the politician? We always seem around the world, and indeed even in Australia, to recycle the ones that we've had for a long time, and Clinton's a perfect example, rather than find new voices. Going back to the future with yet another run by a Clinton has got to be madness for the Democrats. But I think I share Jack's view. If she was to run, well, the happiest person in the States would be Trump. Well, maybe Bill, but, you know, she's out of his hair. But, you know, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm a bit cynical. I think she's trying to increase sales of a new book that she's got out with her daughter. So, you know, and the other thing too is that Hillary is not going to be able to raise the money or have the backing that she needs. And I don't think, you know, if she wanted to put a toe in the water, she probably would have done it in that interview. And in terms of, you know, new blood and looking forward, this is what happens when you become institutionalised as a politician, or when you have this view that you have an entitlement to something. And her words about, you know, I think about it all the time, what kind of president I would be. I mean, that should ring alarm bells. That's why she should not actually be, you know, endorsed as the Democrat candidate.
Well, I did, you know, for my sins, read her book, which was the expose as to why she lost the election. And it's terrific reading if you're a political junkie like me. But basically the opening few pages was this lament, the despair, the grieving over the loss. And she admits in the first few pages that she had bought a property next to her property in upstate New York in order to house the Secret Service, so that when she was president, this is long before she put her hand in the race, so that when she was president, they would have accommodation that wouldn't really be on top of her, but would be close enough to keep her and her family safe, if you can believe it. Renee Viellaris, thank you very much for your time. Jack, as always, great to have you here.